them. Yeah, so we're talking in the podcast exactly what we're talking about today, manifesting for better health. So with this whole idea of mindset shift, I've really been delving in deep to the laws of attraction, the law of allowing, and refocusing how my thoughts are. And I'm already seeing amazing results. And it's been months now of really getting into this, but I want to bring that into my yoga practice today. So our yoga practice today. So I don't want to talk too long. Good morning, Grace from Asheville. But really briefly, we can just restructure how we think about our health in our mind, and that's going to help us manifest what we want. So when we give our attention to what we want, that's the reality we create. Really quick example would be if you are having some back pain and then you're constantly focusing on the pain, guess what you're going to notice all the time? You're going to notice the pain. You're going to think about, oh, what went wrong? And yes, you want to fix it and you want it to be right, but it's really about pivoting the thought process and starting to think about things in a new way. So shifting your mindset, and there's this little process game, whatever you want to call it, through if you listen or have read any of Abraham Hicks' books, Abraham suggests that we play this wouldn't it be nice if game. So wouldn't it be nice if, and then you fill in the blank, and you keep thinking these positive thoughts and you refocus your attention. So like, wouldn't it be nice if this back pain dissipated a little bit? Or wouldn't it be nice if I found the right doctor for me? Or wouldn't it be nice if my friend could help me out and help me stretch a little bit? Or wouldn't it be nice if, and you just kind of keep layering it in and you bring in that positive thought. And I promise you, whatever it is in your life, whether it's your health, financial situation, relationships, when you start pivoting your mindset, you're going to start focusing on what you want and really amplifying your desires. And and that's kind of the basic process. So that's where our yoga practice is going today. Let's see, Dana, good morning. Seeds, good morning. So happy you guys are here. All right, we are going to get started. I do have 2 blocks today. I'm going to do my sip of coffee, and we are going to get started today on our backs. So go ahead and have a lie down. And let's set our intentions here in Shavasana. So we're reversing our practice just a little bit. We'll end in Shavasana as well. And if you've not been here, we do about 35, 40-minute practice, and then probably 40-minute practice and about a 15-minute meditation. It varies on the day, right? Sometimes it's 45, 10-minute meditation. We always start a little late. So I'm going to sit up, but I invite you to lie down on your back and just begin to notice how you're feeling. Drawing your awareness into your breath. And allowing your breath to smooth out a little bit. And allowing it to slow down. It might feel good to exhale out the mouth and just take this moment to release anything that you've been experiencing thus far today. Even if you're just waking up and kind of clearing out that energy, or if you're going to bed soon. And then notice the effects of your breath on your physical self. Feeling that natural expansion of your belly, letting it go with the inhale. A natural softening on the exhale. And I invite you to just think for a moment about what it is that you want to bring into your life. What is it you are wanting to manifest? And I know focused on health, but perhaps it's something different. But if it is something in your body, what is your desire around your physical self? Maybe it's mental health. What is your desire around your mental body, your emotional body? And then really feel that desire in your heart space. Send it out there to the universe. Let yourself become magnetic to this desire. We're going to shift our frequency with our practice today. So that's the goal. And part of shifting your frequency with your practice is honoring how you feel in your body and letting it be uplifting. So if something doesn't feel good, I invite you to skip it, to modify it, to do something totally different if something else is calling to you. We're in this beautiful platform where I'm just here as a guide and you get to do whatever you want. You're at home or somewhere else and no one's judging you, no one's caring if you're doing something different. You're allowed to just be you. So I invite you to let it be intuitive for yourself. And then we're going to just set that intention to bring in whatever it is that you're wanting to bring in. And we'll come back to this in our meditation, but let's seal our intentions together with a nice deep breath in. And exhale, let it go out the mouth. And from your Shavasana, let's take this into a bit of a stretch. So the toes kind of come together if they're wide apart. And we're going to take a frame over your head. So let your fingertips come straight up so you can see them. Grab for your elbows, and it might feel a little awkward. That's perfectly fine. And then let's flex through the toes a little bit. We'll make this slightly active. And then elbows come overhead. Nice big stretch through the upper body. And now relax the toes and just pause for a couple breaths, opening through the heart. And if it's night for you, we do have a lot of heart opening poses, so modify these, skip some of them, take a little baby back bend. We don't want to invigorate your energy too much and then you're going to bed. So this is where your intuition really comes into play because we want to have a restful sleep. That is certainly part of manifesting better health. In fact, that's probably my number one element in everything. If I can get a good night's sleep, boy, does that change my day, change my body. It's time to repair it. So nice. And then let's relax the arms. Once again, flex through the toes. Switch your grip on the elbows, so arms are in front so you can see them. And then inhale, let them come up above. Let's keep the flex in your toes this time. So really beginning to open up the body. And if you're looking for a soothing evening practice, relax the feet. Take less active poses. Let your face be soft and jaw relaxed. One more breath. Nice deep breath in through your nose. And exhale, release. So good. Relax your toes, let your elbows float up so you can see your arms. Let's begin to walk our feet in closer to our body, bend through your knees, and then hug your knees into your chest. Give a little rock side to side. And we're going to have a nice slow start to our practice today. Let your hands come to your knees and bring your knees together. Take them in big circles. So I like to straighten my arms and then bend my elbows and kind of let my arms do the work here. This is my favorite low back massage. And then switch directions. I could do this any time of day. It just feels so good for me. Love it, love it. And then hug your knees into your chest. Lift your head, neck, and shoulders. Make yourself into a little ball. Then relax your head back down. Let's float the toes up to the sky, both feet up. Let's extend your fingers and stretch long, and let's point the toes, stretch the fingers, and then flex the feet, flex the hands, and do that a couple times, just pointing and flexing, pointing and flexing, just waking up through the ankles and the wrists, and then let's come into some circles, wrists and ankles moving. It's a bit of a mind trick, right? Getting everything moving together, and then switch directions. Beautiful. And then shake out the legs, let the arms come down. Actually, let's shake out the hands. And then keep your legs up. Bring your hands behind your left thigh, flex both feet. And we're going to lower the right heel to hover. If you want to turn on the core a little bit more, lift your head, neck, and shoulders. But we're just going to support the left thigh. So this is early in the practice. We don't want to get too crazy. Another breath. And so good. And then let's switch it out. Support the right thigh, left heel hovers. And that might be your foot is way up here in 45 degrees. You don't want to get to the point where this isn't comfortable. And if it feels better to let your head relax, let your head relax. Another breath. And then let's switch the legs, hover, stay for a breath. Find that relaxation in the pose, switch the legs. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your nose. One more round each side. Switch. And switch. So good. Relax the head, both feet up to the sky. Bend through your knees, squeeze them into your chest. Once again, rock side to side. And then we're going to roll up onto our seats. So hands behind the thighs. Let's take about 3 to 5 rolls. And I'll come check the comments in just a moment. Make sure I'm not missing anything. And then we'll come all the way up to a simple crisscross position. And let's see. Make sure everything's good. Oh, you guys are just saying hi to each other. Love it, love it, love it. Okay. And now let's come to crisscross applesauce, our Sukhasana pose. Just an easy, simple stretch. And actually, let's do hip circles. We did these last week. We're going to add this in again this week. So hands to knees. Bring your hips, torso to one side, and then round through the spine as you come back. Come to the other side, and then press your chest forward. And we're taking these nice big circles, just waking up the outer hips a little. Soften your face and let it feel really nice and intuitive. And if big circles don't work, take them a little smaller. Take them a little quicker, take them a little slower, whatever you like. So nice. And let's complete this circle, and then we'll switch directions. Sometimes when we start out our practice, especially if you're feeling a little fatigued, it's Friday, or like extra energized, if that makes any sense, like out of your groundedness. Starting with this kind of slower grounded practice is a perfect way to rebalance ourselves. Wonderful. And let's come back to center and then make our way into tabletop pose. And we're going to just take an easy cat-cow. So hands under wrists, knees in line. I said hands under wrists. Where else would they be? Wrists under shoulders. There we go. Knees aligned. And then lower your belly as you inhale. Open through your heart. Exhale, round through your spine. Really let your navel pull in. Press the mat away. And moving with your breath. And if you have Ujjayi breathing in your practice, let's bring that in today. I don't often cue that, even though I do that. I should cue it a little bit more. But letting that little constriction on the throat control the breath. If you don't know what I'm talking about, no worries. Just long, slow, deep breaths. One more round of cat-cow. Just letting it feel nice and intuitive and wonderful. And then coming back to center, walk your hands forward. I have my blocks today. If you don't have blocks, no worries. If you do have your blocks, I'm going to offer you one of my favorite variations on puppy pose. So either way, we're coming to puppy. Hips are staying high over the knees. We're going to lower your forehead down towards the mat or your heart down towards the mat. And in this case, with my hands on blocks, I'm going to float, but that's okay. It's just a nice way to really deepen this stretch. If hands are on mat, just press your fingertips into the ground. And relax the forehead down, opening through your chest. So it's like we're in this really deep down dog, but through our puppy pose. Two more breaths. So good. Next breath, look up. Let's shift our hips forward. Crawl your hands back under your shoulders. Round through your spine. Nice big cat back. Hold for a breath. And then release. Let's move your blocks out of the way. We're going to walk your hands forward to supported plank. So hips shift forward. If this is too much on the wrists, just come down to your forearms. In fact, let's all come down to our forearms today. All right, so we're supported plank, but we're going to come to forearm plank. You can interlace hands if you'd like. And really feel your core turn on. So your hips are pretty low here. You can see mine are pretty low. Hold for a couple breaths. We're slowly building in that heat and finding our balance today. And then exhale, lower the hips down, and let's come to Sphinx pose. Release the interlace of your hands, palms to the mat. Lift your heart, draw your elbows back towards your chest. Another breath. So good. Let's lower down. Bring your palms under your shoulders. Inhale up for cobra. It could be a low cobra, be a high cobra, whatever you're feeling ready for. Hold for 2 breaths. You guys at home that are it's night for you, take a low cobra and relax down. Let's press into the hands, round through your spine, hips to heels, child's pose. And you can relax the forehead. Knees can be wide. They can be together. Let your finger pads press into the mat. Maybe even walk them a little bit forward and then relax. And gently press yourself up on your next inhale. Walk your hands forward. Let's make our way back to down dog at long last. So hips go high. Keep a nice deep bend in the knees. Press the mat down. Elbows spin forward. So internally rotating the arms. And then take a little sway of the hips side to side. Get nice and long through your spine. Sits bones up towards the ceiling. And then coming to stillness. Start lifting up onto the balls of your feet and lowering your heels. And take that a couple times. And if down dog does not work in your body, just take puppy pose again. Coming back to your Ujjayi breathing. One more breath. Exhale out the mouth and let it go. Lift your right leg. Look forward. We're going to bring your right foot up between your hands. So if you need to get it up part way and then use your hand to bring it up the rest of the way, go for it. And heel toe that right foot forward a little bit. Inhale, lift your heart. If you want your blocks here, this might be a nice spot for blocks. So opening through the chest, no matter which version you're on. And then let's lower the back knee down for a moment. Stay lifted just like this. And we're going to come into kind of a wide leg Prasarita Padottanasana, or excuse me, not Prasarita, a wide leg pyramid pose. So straighten your front leg, back heel's lifted. So a nice wide stance, and the blocks here really help. You can have fingertips to the mat, but the blocks are a nice addition. And we're just going to take that into some pulses. So coming forward into your lunge, lower your back knee, lift your heart. And then straightening through the front leg. And if this doesn't work, you can take just a half split and keep the back knee down. All right, come forward, lower the back knee, lift your heart. And exhale, straighten. Let's take one more. Inhale, open through your chest. And exhale, straighten. And then come back to your lunge. We can move the blocks out of the way. Plant your left palm and take a twist. Right fingertips to the sky. If you'd rather lower your back knee, go for it. An option here, if you want to take a half bind, the back of your right hand can come around your hip or to your low back. So good. Let's release right hand back down to the ground and step back to our dog. And take a moment once again. You can pedal out. You can sway the hips. So we're really balancing our practice today with this intuitive sense. So not coming from your head, not saying, oh, I should do this, I should do that. Letting it come naturally. And I always like to invite in the energy around me to just flow through me. Let it feel good. And we're going to take that to the other side. Left leg lifts. Look forward, round through your spine. Bring your left knee forward and then see if you can step your left foot all the way through or bring it up with your hand. If you have your blocks, grab them. Otherwise, fingertips to the mat, and let's lift your heart. Back knees lifted to start. So we're moving nice and slow today. But that is to give you a chance to feel into this intuitive self. Let's lower your back knee down. Stay with your heart lifted. A chance to tap back into what you're feeling in your body. What do you need? And then let's straighten through the back leg. Come back into this modified pyramid pose. Straighten through your left leg. Press into your left big toe. And then take those pulses. So bending into the left knee. Lower your right knee down. Lift your heart. Straighten through both legs. Send the hips back. Relax the neck. A couple more times with your breath. Inhaling forward. Exhaling back. Remember, you can take this modified, just staying on the back knee the whole time. Inhale forward. Exhale back. So nice. Stay for breath. Let it go. And then once again into your left knee. Back knee comes back knee doesn't come down. Blocks move, right palm plants, and then take that twist, left fingertips to the sky, back knee lifted or down. Totally up to you. And if you want to move into the half bind, you can flip your left hand around. So the back of your left hand comes to your low back or even comes around your hip, really deepening the twist. Another breath or two. You can let the eyes close if that feels good. So nice. Let's release that. Stepping back to downward facing dog. Hips are high. See if you need to take movement still. You can sway the hips once again. Come up onto the balls of the feet. You can pedal out. Puppy is always your alternate in down dog. So we're still lengthening the spine. You're still gaining the benefits of this pose. Especially if you have shoulder injuries, please, please, please modify. One more breath. Come to stillness. And then bending through both knees, gaze forward. Take a stroll, a walk, or a hop to the top of your mat. And take a nice, easy forward fold. Bend the knees. Relax your head. Come up halfway, lengthen your spine. Heel toe your feet out. Nice and wide, and we're going to lower down into a squat, into Malasana. If you need the support of your blocks, by all means, grab the support of your blocks. If you need to move over to the wall to support your bum, that's fine. So knees are wide, and if you're in this little ball, like I'm kind of in this little ball, you might need to pop up a little bit, lifting the heels or placing a blanket under your heels. And just pause here, feeling into this posture. One more breath. So good. Let's release the hands down, straighten through the legs, nice wide leg forward fold, parallel your feet. Feet are maybe as even wide as the mat. Next breath in, come up halfway, fingertips to shins. And then let's come all the way up. Tadasana. We finally arrive in an upright pose. So bring our feet together and take a nice easy half sun salute. Inhale, let the palms float up, little baby back bend. Exhale, take it all the way down, forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold. Ground down and rise up, high mountain. Exhale, hands release to heart center and pause here. Let the eyes come to a close. Step the feet together, and you can even bring your hands down to your heart, to your belly. And feel that natural sway, almost like you're some grass in the wind. Let the eyes blink open. Step the feet apart. We're going to make our way into tree pose. And we played on this a little bit last week, so we're going to kind of continue on some of these poses we did last week. Well, let's start by grounding through your left leg. Let's float the right foot up. You can bring hands to heart center. You can bring your right foot above the left knee if you like. And start pressing foot and leg together. Navel pulling in nice and strong. And if you feel the balance here, bring your palms up to meet in prayer. Maybe the eyes close. Ooh, you'll probably fall right out of it. It's a good practice to have, working on closing the eyes in tree pose. Ooh. And then let's release hands down through your heart center. We're going to step back to warrior two. So from your tree, bring your right knee forward and then step the right foot back, setting up for warrior two. Nice easy arms. Let's start with kind of rooting down through the feet, pressing into your back foot, left hip lifts, navel to spine, and then arms float up and relax the shoulders down. And we'll take a few pulses here, so straightening the front leg and coming back in. Let's take two more like that. And then hold, keeping that left knee bent. So strong in your legs. Relax your gaze, nice soft gaze. And then take the fingertips forward and back a little bit. Just moving through the torso. And then option, if you want to open through the heart, and I should spin around to face you, you can bring your hands behind your head. Lift your chest. Release your arms, straighten through your front leg. Relax the arms down, parallel your feet to the side of your mat. Let's take a little bind. Again, if you're looking for bedtime, you can skip the bind. If you're looking to wake yourself up, bring your hands together, open through your chest, roll your shoulders onto your back and lift your heart. And exhale, forward fold with your hands in the bind. Relax your head down, option to float hands away from the body. You can bend the knees a little bit if that feels better. And let the weight come slightly forward into the balls of your feet. And if you want to get extra deep, squeeze your palms together. I'm going to stay open today. Being mindful of how you feel. If this doesn't work for you, skip the bind. Grab a block, let it be easy. Slowly release the hands, fingertips under shoulders, come up halfway. And let's spin the toes out, heels in, and do a little bend side to side. Nice easy stretch on the inner thighs. And come back through to center. Bend both knees and let's come up to goddess squat. Come up a little high. I'm going to bring hands to heart today. If you want to get real strong and bring the arms out, go for it. And let's do a little sway in our goddess squat. Wow, goddess squat. Temple pose. Just to feel that strength in the legs. And next inhale, I'll come to center and then we'll press up. So good. And step up to the top of your mat and pause in your Tadasana. Notice how you're feeling. So often in our yoga practice, we just move to the next, to the next, to the next, and we don't get to experience that sacred pause between each pose. We don't get to experience what we're feeling in our bodies. So I invite you to tune into that today. And then we're going to take tree to the other side. So grounding down through the right leg this time. Bring your left foot up, hands to heart center. You can bring your left foot above right knee. And then if you feel like your right hip, like right now my hip is popping out, I want you to bring that in, feel your navel pull in. So really strong through your core, through your midline. Palms pressed together. And then perhaps hands even come all the way up to the sky, taking prayer hands above. If you want to get crazy and play with the balance, you can close your eyes. If you're feeling like, wow, I'm not even balanced as it is, just keep the eyes open. Take a nice, soft, expansive gaze. And another breath. Let the hands float down, back to heart center. We'll move into our warrior two from tree pose. So left knee comes forward. And then slowly step the left foot back. Finding your alignment. Taking your time to set up heel to heel, hands to hips, and then press into your left foot. Lift your right hip. Navel pulls in, so you're feeling all that strength and length. Arms float up and back, and then relax the shoulders down. Gaze over your front middle finger. And let's take some pulses, just straightening the left leg and bending back in. A couple times like that. And then holding with a bent knee, soft gaze over your front fingers. So feeling the strength in your low body, but your face is soft. Your eyes are soft, your jaw is relaxed, your tongue is relaxed. So good, just one more breath. And then let's take that little shift forward and back. Just feeling into the pose. And coming back to center, option to interlace hands behind the head. Open through your heart, lift your chest. Beautiful. Let's release the arms, straighten through the front leg. Oh, that should feel nice. Parallel the feet. The arms come to a T, and we'll take a little twist side to side now. If you need a block, you can grab it. And if you need to bring your feet in a little bit, you might want to give you a little more space. Let's just open the heart for a minute. First by stretching the arms wide, lifting the chest, giving yourself a smile. And then coming back through to center. We're going to twist right hand to left foot, and then left fingertips to the sky. And my hand is actually kind of grabbing around the ankle. And we'll take that side to side. So inhaling up, and then exhaling, twisting to the right fingertips lift. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale to the right. Let's do one more each side. Inhale to center. Let's relax the arms down. Step up to your Tadasana and pause. Just feel the breath in your body. Feel the strength in your legs. Begin to root down through your toes. Draw your hands to heart center. Feel your navel get a little stronger, pulling in slightly. Feel your femurs root back, your thighs engage. And from here, we're going to begin to come up onto the balls of our feet. So let your hands come down. And as you inhale, we'll rise up onto the balls of your feet. Let your hands come all the way up. And exhale, slowly lower heels and hands together, taking your time. Inhaling, rising up. And exhale, lowering. Let's do two more like that. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Last round, inhale, lift. And this time, stay up on your feet. Exhale, lower hands to heart center. Let's see if we can do a half sun salute on our toes. Challenge. Inhale, lift the arms up to the sky. Exhale, let's take a forward fold. You can bend the knees, but keep up on your toes. If you need your blocks, let your hands come to your blocks. Forward fold all the way down. Inhale, bend your knees, come up halfway. Maybe float the fingertips, maybe not. Exhale, let's forward fold. Heels are still lifted. Inhale, bend the knees. Look forward, come all the way up. Ooh, maybe the arms come up above. And now exhale, let's bring everything back down to the mat. Well done. Take a breath and let it go. Let's step our left foot back for triangle pose. Once again, we have heel to heel alignment. The arms float up. Send your hips back and lean forward. Right hand comes down to your shin or a block if you prefer a block. And I've got my left hand on my hip today. If you want to begin to spin the chest open, you can extend the left fingertips to the sky. Go for it. If you want to take that half bind, once again, placing the back of your left hand onto your sacrum, your low back, or even all the way around to your hip. And release the bind if you have it. Let your left hand come down. Grab your blocks if you have them. We're going to walk yourself forward, float your back toes, and then begin to spin your left hip on top of your right. So we're setting up for a balancing half moon. Option to float the left hand up, and if you fall like I just did, no worries. You can actually go right next to a wall and take the same pose, and that will really help. And if you want to add on a layer, you can bend the back knee, grab for your back foot, and take Ardha Chandra Chapasana, or candy cane pose, it's sometimes called. And I like to keep my gaze down for this pose just because it feels more accessible and balanced this way. But you take whatever variation of this pose that you like. You don't even have to take it. And then just release that. Let's both hands come down to the block. Square your hips. And then let's step back. Let's take a down dog between sides. Just really feel into that pose. And we'll take the same posture to the other side. Step your left foot forward, back heel grounds. We're going to come all the way up and set up for our triangle pose, just so we're feeling completely in line. Before we move into triangle, arms float up. Send your hips back, lean forward, and then left hand down to your shin or a block. Right hand can stay on hip as you spin your torso to the right, or extend the right fingertips up. Third option is to take that half bind all the way around the low back. We've got 2 more breaths wherever you're at. Long, slow breaths. And then release the bind if you have it. Let's bring our gaze forward. If you have your blocks, you can grab them, otherwise fingertips to the mat. And begin to float your right foot. So we're sort of in this supported warrior 3 to start. And begin to spin right hip on top of the left. You can float the right fingertips to the sky if you like. Gaze might lift. Again, you can get right next to a wall, and that's a great way to take this pose. If you want to challenge yourself a little today, bend your right knee. Grab your right foot and then open up Ardha Chandra Chapasana. One more breath. It's so good. Release your foot if you have it. Everyone bring both hands to the mat, square your hips, and let's step back to a down dog. Notice how you're feeling now. Beautiful. Let's come down to our knees. Knees together. If that feels okay for you, let your hands come back by your feet and relax to this little ball embryo pose. And if this works for you, totally optional, cup your hands with your heels. And we're going to come into rabbit pose. So coming up onto the crown of your head. And then you're sort of using your hands to kind of pull against your heels and spread through your shoulders. If this doesn't work in your body, no worries, skip it. Just stay in your embryo pose. Take a child's instead. And then slowly relax down. Come on up to a seat. Pause. Just noticing how you're feeling now. See if you're feeling a little more balanced, a little more clear. Let the eyes blink open if they're closed. And let's make our way onto our back. So you can move the blocks out of the way. We'll do a few easy poses on the back before our meditation. So take your time to get there. If you want to add a little core work, place the feet on the mat, extend your fingertips forward, a nice slow lower. You can go slow as you like. It's always a challenge as you get lower, right? How slow can you go? So beautiful. Now let's take a nice full body stretch as you arrive. Toes come together and point long. Maybe fingertips grab each other overhead. That feels so nice. Then let's relax the arms down, bend through your knees. We're going to come to bridge pose. So feet are a little bit wider. They can be hip width distance or wider. And then lift your hips up. Option to take the bind underneath today, or grab for the sides of your mat. That's always a nice alternative. And then lift the hips, press your knees forward, press your head into the mat to kind of protect your neck. Keep your gaze straight up. 2 more breaths. If you want to get a little crazy and take a one-legged bridge, you can. Of course, we'll be out of the pose, so maybe not. And then slowly relax down to the mat. Hug your knees in, give them a squeeze. Let's take Gomukhasana on our backs today, crossing right leg over left. Lift your head, neck, and shoulders. Grab for your feet, the outside of your feet or your ankles or shins. And then we'll relax the head back down. And use your hands to gently pull your feet apart from each other. Release your hands. Let your arms come to cactus. Both knees fall over to the left. Gaze to your right. And if you want to intensify that, straighten your right arm and take it either into a Y shape or right up. Move your props right up by your right ear. You can even bring your left hand to your right knee. Bring your gaze back to center. Let your knees come back to center. Let's switch the cross. So left knee over right. Flex your feet, reach up, grab for the outside of your feet or your ankles, and then relax your head back down. And then take a moment to just pull your legs and feet away from each other. And you can do this from your shins, calves, anywhere. So you just want to feel that nice deep stretch in the left outer hip, especially. And then release your hands, arms to cactus. Both knees fall over to your right. Gaze can come to the left. And then if you'd like, you can draw your left arm up by your ear, kind of in this Y shape, and that'll give you a little extra side body stretch. Face is soft and relaxed. Gaze comes back to center, knees come back to center. Let's uncross them, hug them in once again, lift your head, make yourself into a little ball, and then relax your head down, bring your feet wide. Let's come to a happy baby to sort of finalize our asana today. You can do a little rock if that feels good. And as you're ready, release the feet. We'll make our way into Shavasana. You can stay here for your meditation if you'd like. If you need any props, blankets, whatever, grab whatever you need. If you're going to come up and sit for meditation, that's fine. Stay here for a few breaths first. Taking this time to tune into your sensations in your body. Relaxing tension from your face and just noticing how you're feeling. We're going to come back to this desire that you've set as an intention for yourself as we move into our meditation. And if you're coming to a seat, now would be the time to do that. If you're staying in your Shavasana for meditation, wonderful. And taking these final moments to just get out any wiggles, any small movements, move the jaw, relax your face. And I hope you're able to stay for these final few minutes of class to just really become present. Once again, coming back to your desire, and let's play that wouldn't it be nice if game. So if the thoughts are creeping in that this is impossible, or you're having some resistance to it, any negative emotion around the thing that you want to bring in is your resistance. And in order to receive, you need to work on that piece of it. We need to release the resistance. So anything that doesn't feel believable has to go. So start thinking, wouldn't it be nice if, around your intention. Feeling that in your heart space. Wouldn't it be nice if? And let the mind wander and let it go from one good thought to the next good thought to the next good thought. And keep going. Feeling it in your heart space. Wouldn't it be nice if? And as you begin to feel these feelings, I want you to find appreciation for something. What do you appreciate in your body, in your healing process? Wouldn't it be nice if your body could heal itself? It can. Not focusing on the negative, focusing on what you want. You focus on what you don't want. Like, wouldn't it be nice if I didn't have this pain in my back? That's what you're going to attract in. So focusing on what you want. Wouldn't it be nice if my back felt free to move in all directions? Wouldn't it be nice if I appreciate the way my body heals itself? Isn't it a miracle, all the things our bodies can do? I appreciate my elevated emotions. I appreciate that I know I am all powerful, and that the universe is inside me, and I have the power to create my life as I want. I appreciate all the kindness in this world. I appreciate the abundance I receive every day. I appreciate the love that is all around me. I appreciate this practice and what it does for my body. I appreciate all that is good. And as these feelings of love and appreciation grow, take a few more moments here, but just allow those feelings to radiate out from your heart, filling your entire physical body and beyond, filling your auric field, letting yourself expand beyond what you think you know and become this beautiful, loving light. Become the true essence of you. Notice what your energy feels like. Notice if it has a color, a sound, a sensation in your body or outside of your body. Just notice. Aham Brahmasmi. I am the universe. Aham Brahmasmi. I am the universe. Aham Brahmasmi. I am the universe. Beginning to deepen your breath now. Gently let your head make slow movements side to side. And then back to center. Move the fingers and toes. And if you're lying down, stretch the body long. And then bend through the knees. Make your way onto one side. Gently press yourself up to a seat and we'll close together. Let's all take a moment bringing hands over our heart and come back to your intention. Come back to your desire. Take this with you today, this evening, or throughout your day. And let this desire lift you up and bring you joy. Let it feel possible. Let it feel magical and inspirational. We'll close with the sound of Om, bringing hands to heart center. Exhale your breath completely. Nice deep inhale. Send yourself some love and gratitude for showing up for you today. Send your love and gratitude to all those practicing around the world together today. And send your love and gratitude to all beings. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings be happy and live freely. And may our practice in some way benefit all of those around us to lift them up and bring them to this beautiful spiritual state. Thank you so much for joining today. Namaste. Thank you all for being here. I'll scooch up in just a moment. If you would like to donate, by all means, this is a donation-based class, but if that's not in your possibility today, totally fine. You can follow me on Insight Timer or donate and have some other even energy exchange in another way. But I really appreciate you all being here. And please head over to my bio, my link tree, check out all the things if you like. And yeah, just namaste, everybody. Thank you.